Well, if you can picture that there's a group of people that are very worried about what's going to happen in the days ahead. They have economic troubles, some family concerns about the future. They're being mistreated by the community around them. They're being misunderstood. This is who the Apostle Peter writes a letter to. It's not too hard for us to relate kind of some of those things that they're facing. But in particular, they are wondering about the pressures that they're receiving from the world around them with this walk of faith. And Peter, who grew up being called Shimon, that was his name, Simon, and Jesus changes his name to Peter, because he has this new life that he's going to be living. Peter writes this letter in the midst of their pressures. I thought it would be good for us to look at the uncertainty of a future in front of a group of people from the last century. Winston Churchill is going to give a famous speech. Sometimes, we know the ending to a story and it takes away some of the pressure. I want you to picture not knowing what's going to happen. Germany has attacked other countries in Europe, roaring through Europe, and some places have fought back. A lot of death and destruction happens. Some have kind of formed some puppet governments. Now the attention is turned towards England. There are voices telling Churchill, oh, we should make a treaty. We should do something to not, face this in a battle. He gives an amazing speech. What will he do in the face of this uncertainty? What will he encourage other people to do? And I won't read this in a mumbling English accent. I'm here to tell the house I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. We have before us an ordeal of the most grievous kind. We have before us many, many months of struggle and suffering. You ask, what is our policy? I say it is to wage war by land, sea, and air, war with all our might and with all the strength God has given us, and to wage war against a monstrous tyranny never surpassed in the dark and lamentable catalogue of human crime. That is our policy. You ask, what is our aim? Well, I can answer in one word. It is victory. Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of all terrors. Victory however long and hard the road may be. For without victory, there is no survival. He rallied a people around their identity of who they were as this sovereign island nation, and around what their purpose in front of them was and what they could accomplish. Peter does this same thing with the uncertainty of what the people are going to be facing in this life of being a Christian. As Peter acknowledges to the Christian communities the very real troubles they're going to face, he makes sure to start off the letter with saying, what possibly could give you patience in dealing with these things? What possibly could give you a sense of hope in the face of the things that you're facing? You're feeling them, you know them. He makes sure to point out to them the truth. Jesus is risen from the dead. His victory is your victory. He went through the cross and rose to new life to gift you with this new life. This is your gift, the salvation of your souls. This is the powerful place that he goes to. He makes sure to acknowledge the trials and the sufferings that they face. And interestingly, he points out, as you go through these things, it's going to actually help you recognize what's really important. You're going to learn to see some things that aren't really important in life. You're going to cling to what's of the most value in life, this spot of faith, So paradoxically, the troubles are going to strengthen your faith. It's going to deepen your identity of what matters most. So maybe with COVID-19 stuff going on, you have real concerns, real questions. Maybe you're isolated, alone. You're in an apartment or house somewhere and making sure no one comes and brings any germs your way, or you don't share them. In the midst of what seems like you are alone, you are not alone. Always remember, Jesus rose from the dead and he is with you through everything, through every moment of life. He brings you his rightness. You are in right with God your Father through that walk of faith. This is the most important spot to be at all through life. And you are called to still be the church. You're alone, you have economic troubles, you're called to impact the world. You're called to take this peace that a Christian can feel deep inside and to impact the world with it. Let others know why you feel this peace. Go through life with a fortitude, about a certainty, about knowing that the victory has been won. And Jesus won a victory. He won a victory in behalf of you. His victory is yours. So you can rejoice. There might be some very real pains here. There might be sadness. There might be loss of status or change of jobs and careers. Peter says the thing that matters most, you have. It's imperishable. No one can take it away. And it brings a peace that goes beyond understanding. It is the thing that matters most. So your call as a Christian is to make sure and know this. Pray. Keep fresh in that. Read your Bible. Make sure to live it. Share it with the world around you. Call people. Send cards. Impact the world. But most importantly, feel it. You have Christ's peace gifted to you. That rightness. So know his peace, feel it, and live it all your days.